Hello everyone and welcome! I'm excited to show you all of my completed pages for... Oh goodness, I forgot what month it is. September. Yeah. I didn't get as much done as I would have liked, but I did get a lot more done than I expected given everything else that I had going on this last month. So, yeah, I'm excited to show you everything that I worked on. I did this picture in Mystic Misfits by White Stag. And this was, I think it took me like 40 minutes to do, super simple, because a lot of it was already black. And this one is on a coloring video that I have posted this month. So if you want to see how I did it, most of the process is in that video. I used alcohol marker for her hair and I didn't do any shading there. And then I used my pastel pencils for her skin and the skull. And then I used my Fine Tech watercolors for this silver and then this copper. And I think it looks really cool. I feel like this copper looks a lot like fire, which adds like this super cool effect. And I don't know if you can see how shiny it is, but yeah, so I had a lot of fun working on this picture. Just super simple, kind of to get a little bit in the mood for Halloween coloring. So that's in, excuse me, Mystic Misfits. And then I finished a work in progress in Sagarok Sagner. This is one I had been working on. And I was debating whether or not to do the background. I think for now, I like it how it is. If I do want to change it, I can always go back in and add one. But what I did was the skin. I had a couple pencils from another page that I was working on, and I didn't have access to my other ones, so I thought, well, might as well just color in the hands because that's really what all of this needed. But I want to show how it's not showing up, but these are like super glittery and awesome. And I just love the bright colors, and I didn't want to detract from that in any way, which is why I didn't add a background. And then I did another picture in here. I think it's closer to the back, yeah. And I loved working on this one so much. So most of this I did with my pastel colored pencils, and I just love these colors together. I think this, I'm guessing it's a peony or something similar, turned out really cute, and the colors look so nice. And then I used a super tip marker just to add some dots in the background to like add some visual interest without detracting again from this picture. And then I did on her wings, I added some Fine Tech pearlescent watercolors. You can kind of see it's shimmery. And then also on these like bobbable things on her dress, I did the same. So yeah, I love how this one turned out as well. It just is just very soft. So that is everything in Sagarok Sagner. And then I finished a picture in Circle of Life. I think that's finished. I hope. Let's see. Yeah, it's this cute little panda, and I didn't really do much to the panda, so I realized I probably should have added some more shading, just because it looks a little unfinished, but I can't really figure out where to add that in. So anyways, maybe I should look at a panda picture. And then I used ink tints for this background, and I usually go for like pink or purple or blue backgrounds, so I really wanted to push myself and choose to do something different. And I really feel like these colors fit the theme of the picture very well. And then the leaves for the bamboo are also Inktense and crayon, like just a regular Crayola crayon, is for this grass. I think it added like a really cool kind of grass effect because it's not completely smooth. And then let's see. Oh yeah, these birds are also Crayola crayon. My son had sharpened some crayons for me, super sharp, and wanted me to use them on this picture, so that's why I used those. And I was really pleasantly surprised with how they went onto this paper. And then this bamboo is, I believe it's Pastel pencils as well. So yeah, this one was really fun to work on, and it just makes me happy to look at. And I also did one in Romantic Country. I love this book, but a lot of times I get really intimidated by all the details. So I did pick this single page spread, and originally I was debating whether I should like do this whole shack, like this brown, but then I thought, you know, if I had a shack in the middle of the forest or something, I would still paint it a fun color. So this is painted, but obviously like the roots are exposed more to the elements, so it's not painted. And then you can see there's some of the like paint peeling off. So I had a lot of fun. I used a lot of different things. I'm not like completely in love with it, but I am happy with it, if that makes sense. So I used Inktense for the bushes and the ground cover, and also for just like the green foliage. And then I used Prismacolors for everything else. Yeah, I did use Prismacolors for everything else. And yeah, I did have a lot of fun working on it, and I'm really happy that I have done another page in here for sure. So that is in Romantic Country, the third tale. And then I've done a couple in Daydreams. I've just been really on a Daydreams kick the past couple months for some reason. And I would love to eventually finish this book. So I can't remember which one I did first, but I did do this one, and I was feeling very fall-like that day, which is really funny because it's still like been 80 degrees where I'm at, so it doesn't feel like the fall quite yet. But anyways, so I used Inktense for these leaves, and I love the colors, how they turned out. And then I used Polychromos for these acorn jewels. And then yeah, I used oh my goodness, Fine Tech watercolors to add some shimmer onto here, because I wanted it to be like, this is like a golden, it's growing like jeweled acorns. And then this also has some Fine Tech watercolor. So yeah, this was super fun, and I didn't feel like adding a background to this one. I felt like it didn't need anything, so and then I also worked on this one with my pastel pencils, I believe, for the snail. And then I used Inktense for this house. And I can't remember if it's I think this is the Albert Durer watercolor pencils, maybe, or Inktense. I can't remember, for these roofs. And then I used glitter gel pen. I went a little bit crazier than I usually do with glitter gel pen on this picture. yeah, so all of this like gold brick, and the roof is glittery, which is awesome. And then all of the greenery and the mushrooms are also super sparkly. So yeah, I had a lot of fun, and I love the like soft crinkle that this paper has. And then I used just like a really light green pencil for the background, just to add like just a little soft bit of depth without being like too detailed or crazy or anything. So yeah, I had a lot of fun working on this one. I was trying to like keep within a limited palette, because sometimes I can go a little crazy with color. So yeah, that's those two in Daydreams. And I also did one in Mouse Guard. I've also been on a big Mouse Guard kick. And I did this picture with Inktense. I think it turned out really cute. I love her purple dress. And yeah, I just thought this was a quick and fun, simple one to work on. I think I did it in like a day. It didn't take that long. And it's all just Inktense. So that's what I did in Mouse Guard. I also did a picture in Luna. Let's see, I can't remember which one I did. Let's see, I showed that one. Sorry, just a second. Oh, I should have marked it. I think it's got a black background. Let's see here. Oh, yep, here it is. I did this with, again, the pastel colored pencils. I think you can tell right now they're a favorite. Oh! I just realized in, I'll talk about that in a second, but, yeah, so I used just pastel pencils. It's in a really handy case. It's just like small enough that you can carry anywhere, so that really helps, like if I want to be outside with my kids while they play and stuff like that. So I worked on this while we were all outside together, and I think this is really pretty and soft, and I had a lot of fun working on it. So I do need to correct, I just realized I used in Romantic Country, I used Prismacolor for the tree and the roof, some of these flowers, and then I used my Tombow or Rocheton color pencils for everything else. So just to mention that this is a different pencil, and it actually went down really beautifully on this paper, and I really wanted to comment on that, so that's why I wanted to make that correction, because it did go really nicely on this paper. Some of the other papers is really hard to do with those pencils. Anyways, so, and then I have a work in progress to show you, and I don't know what I was thinking, what I got myself into. But I do want to finish this book one day, and in order to do that, I do need to overcome my fear of double page spreads. So I started a double page spread and worked on it for like a week, and this is what I've done so far. I don't know really how I feel about the background. I might go in and try to like blend or smooth it out, but I'm hoping that with all these other details put in, it won't be as obvious. I didn't want to do a blue background because I didn't want to take away from this really rich blue that I have going on in the tile. But I don't know what I was thinking when I did yellow either. I don't know. We'll have to see. But yeah, had a lot of fun working on this, and like all of this tile is just a straight coloring, and it's already used up so much pencil, so we'll have to see how it turns out. It could be great or it could be a disaster. We'll see. But I have had fun working on it. So that's everything that I colored. I do have a couple other projects that I worked on this month, which is why I didn't color as much. One of which is this coloring book. I had a friend request that I do a Halloween coloring book, so I decided to rise to the challenge. And I do have a complete flip through of this book if you want to see all of the pictures that are available. I'm excited to color some pages in here next, or I guess it's this month now, for October for Halloween. And yeah, so I worked on this book, and yeah, I don't know if I'll ever do a coloring book in a month again. And then I also, for crochet, I crocheted this really pretty dyed yarn, and I found this lacy pattern on a blog, and I think it's so pretty. And it did take a long time to crochet because it's super long, but it does it is really warm, even though it's so like lightweight, which is nice because wool can keep you cool if it's not super thick, and it also can keep you warm. So that's just something cool about wool. But I just think it's so squishy and awesome. And yeah, so I believe that's everything like creative that I worked on for the month of September. I hope you enjoyed this video and were able to receive some coloring inspiration, and I'm excited to see what I decide to color this next month. Anyways, if you aren't already, be sure to subscribe, and I hope to see you next time. Happy coloring!